How you can live the life you want. That's what it's about, isn't it? Why do we fail? Why do we fail at the things we want to do? Why do we feel we never have enough time to do the things we want to do? Why don't our New Year's resolutions last? We're going to look at a few ideas and how to deal with this. How you can do what the best in the world do to keep going and do the things they want. How you can live the life you want. That's what it's about, isn't it? We want to live our life, we want to do the things that we enjoy rather than the things we have to do, but we always feel like we haven't got the time. So, let's jump in. So, number one, what we're going to look at is habits. Our habits are who we are. And unfortunately, the problem with our habits are they're subconscious. They're not our conscious. We think that we do things consciously. We don't. We do what our subconscious tells us because it's so much more powerful and it's so much quicker. Now, the easiest way to have a habit is to do it all the time. So it's how we get good at anything. We are consistent and persistent at something. Now, when you're persistent and you're consistent, it becomes a habit. That's it, it becomes who you are. That's all you have to do. But unfortunately, we don't even know what our habits are. We don't know because they're in our subconscious. So what you need to do first is start to work out, right, one, plan. What are the habits you want? Who are the people you want to be like? What do you want to be able to do? Now, if you can do that, then you can start to plan to go, right, add these habits into your day. And the easiest way to do that is to start small. They say 2 minutes, a 2-minute habit, and just do that every day. Soon that builds into a bigger habit. It builds into who you are. So again, it comes down to consistency and persistence. That is the key to everything. That's the key to not failing. Because the only people that fail are the ones that quit. Number two, time. Now, time is the one thing we can't get back, ever. Everything else we can get back to some degree, but time, once it's gone, it's gone. It's the most valuable resource we have. And the problem is we waste it. We waste it on things that we don't need to do. We waste it on things like TV, scrolling on the phone, anything that in a way numbs our mind, we tend to waste it on. The thing is, we do what's easy. And we put off the things that are difficult. And changing habits is difficult. So to change our habits, we put it off by doing easier things. And then we become a habit of doing those easy things. But those easy things eventually make life hard. Because to make life easy, we have to do the hard things. And we have to get through the boredom, we have to get through the hard stuff. So what we need to stop doing is filling our time with tasks that don't need to be done. Now, that's easier said than done. But if we don't, life becomes more difficult. So do the hard stuff now, so we have it easier later. Next, we have mental space. So the problem with our lives, and as we get older, we take more into our brains. Our brains are working overtime. Time seems to move faster, and they actually do believe that time can be relative to the amount of time we've lived. So for instance, if you were a baby and you've only lived for a day, then the only relevance you've got from time is a day. And so an hour seems like a long, long time. But if you're 50, you've got 50 years of time and experience. So it's all about experience and experiences to fall back on. And so anything beyond that isn't a new experience, a completely new experience, gets put into our fast processing subconscious. And so it seems like time goes quicker because we don't spend the time doing it. So that's why when we're young, time seems to go forever. But when we're old, it just seems to zip past. The problem is, with our mental space, we're always busy. We're always busy doing something. We're told in this world, we've got to keep going, we've got to keep busy, we've got to do things. And we never have enough time to do the things we want. You might find you're always trying to catch up, that you're never ahead, that you're always behind. There's always a list. Now, I make a lot of lists. There's always something on your list to do. There's always something there that you've got to do next week or tomorrow or in a few months' time. It never seems to stop. You never seem to stop. There are little things that get in our way and stop us doing what we want to do. So the way to deal with this, the way to clear our mental space is, one, you have to start putting yourself first. You have to look at yourself and go, right. One, you look at what you want and you go, right, if I want to do this, give yourself the time to do it. If you don't do this, you'll live your life and you would have gone, well, I didn't do the things I wanted. You need to start, in a way, be a little bit selfish. It's a bit like putting your life jacket on first before other people's. If you're good, if you're healthy, if you're have time, you can help others. And it's that simple. Life becomes easier. So put yourself first, build what you want first. It doesn't mean you can be completely selfish, but you need to be a little bit. You need to learn to say no. Unfortunately, we tend to spend our time doing what someone else wants us to do, or what we feel we're expected to do, rather than what we want to do. We're told not to be selfish, but it's not being selfish looking out for yourself. Or you need, as I say, you need to look out for yourself first, build yourself, make sure you're okay, and then only then can you help others. If you don't, then you can become a drain on others because you're not looking after yourself, and then someone else has to look after you. So look after yourself first. Plan. Now this goes into our next part, but you need to plan. If you can plan, then you can build mental space. Because you think, if you're not planning, then you have a lot of stuff that you think you have to do all cluttered around, and then you'll forget it, and then you'll remember it another time, and then you're catching up trying to go, oh, I should have got that done, I should have got that done. But if you plan it, and you have your day set out, and your week set out, and your months set out, then you clear your mental clutter. Your brain can be free now to think of other things, and you can actually set out your time to do things. But we'll go on to that one in a minute. Because one of the problems you'll find with this is you have to sacrifice things. Life is about sacrifice. You cannot have everything. So if you want one thing, you'll probably have to sacrifice another thing to do it, because we only have a certain amount of time. So if you have an hour spare, what do you sacrifice? And this is understanding yourself, why you're doing it and what you're doing it for. Can you move it to another time? And this comes back into planning. So our last one is plan. Planning saves time. It's, as I said, if you've got a plan, it clears mental clutter. If you've got a plan, you create a path to a goal. Because if we haven't got a goal, if you write down what you want, that's your goal, then you can plan a path to it. You can say, right, if I want to, I don't know, an easy one is losing weight. Losing weight, well, I'm going to lose, I want to be 10 stone, let's say. Not me, I'll never get to 10 stone. And you say, okay, so I'm going to lose 2 pounds a week. Fine, then you can go, right, for that week, I'm going to eat this food. Then you go for that day, I'm going to eat this food. Then you go for that lunch or breakfast, dinner, lunch, I'm going to eat this food. And this will help you lose weight. Planning and journaling have actually proven to be really effective for weight loss. Just by doing that, just by planning your food and that, we become more aware of it. So have your goal, have your path, and it will save you time. But what's also really important is you have to know your why. You have to know why you're doing it. If you don't know why you're doing it, then when it gets hard, you'll quit. So one of the things you can do is write down your perfect day from the morning all the way to the evening. And then ask yourself, why is that day perfect? Why is that perfect for me? Why do I enjoy doing that kind of thing? And can I do that sustainably for the rest of my life, or would I have to add other stuff in there? It's a really important question to ask, and a really important thing to know, because if you don't know your perfect day, you've got no goals. You don't know what your day should be, and you'll end up doing what everyone else wants you to do because you've got no goal. So there you go. That's why we fail. That's why we don't have time. That's why we don't complete our New Year's resolutions. It really is quite simple. We just need to take control. Just take control. And sorry, pup. And where you'll be, you'll start to live the life you want to live, rather than the one that you feel you're not in control of. He's all tired. Oh, sorry, pup, I've got to move. Oh, he's all tired. I'm sorry. This is a Largo.